like everybody is afraid of Bran. They're like, what's up with this motherfucker?
He kind of weirds you out.
Yeah,
Kind of weirds everyone out. My
definitely.
man Don goes to the heart tree and waits for no one, who arrives in silence. How the fuck you sneak up on me? Well, look, she did. She could have took your face.
Yeah.
If she wanted to, she could have took your face. Sorry, I had to cough.
Right.
And, you know, everybody was waiting for this reunion. Lots of people are like, yay, we couldn't wait for Arya and Jon to meet because they were the two outcasts and they were very close.
Yeah, what I liked about this one of the things I did like about this episode was Arya. And it was just little subtleties because we've seen Arya basically going ham for years, you know, getting her training down, trying to accomplish her goals, become like, you know, America's next top assassin.
Wolverine, yeah, she's Winterfell Wolverine,
right?
Yes.
So she's been in one mode like basically half her life, and for the length of the whole show. And this was like the one time we kind of got to see some other sides of Arya. We got to see her regress back to the baby sister, you know, hugging her big brother, her favorite big brother, and we got to see her flirt with Gendry. Like we ain't never seen Arya flirting. Like that was just like wow.
I think she's always flirted a little bit with Gendry, but I see what.
Yeah, she turned it up. She turned it up a notch.
She's a little older, man. You know, she's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Arya's now Team Sansa, which I found interesting because they never liked each other. Even Jon was like, "Wow,
right,
you rocking with Cersei now?" So that was kind of cool. Bang! Next scene. It's been cold and dry, and the next scene, it's warm and orange and yellow, and my boy Gargamel steps onto the scene. Right, Qyburn, and he tells Cersei the dead have crossed the wall, and of course she's like, "Good." Like great. Because she's only thinking they'll kill all my enemies and no one will take the crown from me. So great.
Right. Her ignorant ass.
Yeah, she's been, you know, like her father said, you're not as smart as you think you. Like you think they're gonna stop with Winterfell? They're not gonna keep coming down?
Right. That's gonna make their army like what 5-6 times bigger than what it already is.
Exactly. Of course, Euron is headed back and he's got some soldiers that are wearing gold that don't look that tough to me. They look a little weak. Plus, I know dice games can be lethal in the hood, and looks like Euron's dice games are pretty lethal on his boat because he took out half the damn fleet. I guess he got bored. Like these little motherfuckers in yellow. Craps.
No,
that ain't no craps.
It wasn't half. It was a couple hundred.
5,000.
How many?
What didn't he say? Like a couple thousand?
Yeah, a couple thousand. Right.
By himself, or well, I guess with his crew. They were just bored. They needed a fight. They needed a little fight.
He said they weren't good fighters anyway, so
yeah, he was like they weren't that good anyway. We kicked their ass like it wasn't nothing. Now, something for book readers: the Golden Company, who are those soldiers, are famous for having warrior elephant. Like what's the man from Carthage, Hannibal? They're famous for having warrior elephants. So of course Cersei's like, no elephants?
Right.
This ain't Noah's Ark. Where the fuck they gonna put the elephants?
Exactly. They barely got room for soldiers.
Yeah, I think she wanted Dumbo. She wanted Dumbo so that she could fly out there and battle Daenerys in the sky. That's what she was upset about. She can't get her flying elephant. She's smart, but elephant? Where they gonna put 4 or 5 elephants? Like, come on, man. Now, my boy Euron realizes that the mountain is the biggest Nuva ring he's ever seen because he is blocking. He can't get to that Cersei loving that he wants so bad. Like, the mountain's like, nah, man. And of course, Cersei with the weak little line, you know, you want a whore, pay for them. You want a queen, earn them. But I realized that whores and queens are all the same. You just have to offer the proper currency. That's what I realized. Like some of them want cash. Some of them want an army. And if you have the right currency, you can knock it out.
You can part the Red Sea.
Exactly. You know, she was like, what makes you think I won't kill you? You know, those guys were lesser men. I'm like, spit that game, pirate. Spit that game. And it's crazy to me because a queen bangs a pirate in eyeliner, but there's no Freddie Mercury music playing. Like, what's going on?
I mean, it was like Cersei, you could see her calculating in her head. She was playing hard to get at first, but then she thought about it. She was like, you know what?
I can't lose him.
I don't have any Lannister dick to hold me over. Like,
And I don't have any other allies.
I put a hit out on Jamie,
yeah,
and I got the one cousin who joined the Fanatics and is dead, and all my other cousins are dead.
I blew them up.
Yeah, like, man, this is probably the first non-Lannister dick she had in forever. She's like, I better not keep playing a little too hard to get, and quit playing so hard, so close to the vest, and break him off a little something.
And I think Cersei's realizing that she doesn't have a lot of allies.
Yeah,
she doesn't. Like, who are her allies?
She doesn't
right now. So I mean, yeah, she's got to at least work with what she's got. She can't have him go to the other side.
Yeah. That would
then
be bad.
Your boy shows up on the scene. Sir Bronn of Zero Foreplay and Dragon Slaying. That's right. He's bust down Tatiana. He got some flea bottom thoughts, but one of them has that virus, and Bronn looks a little worried. He's like, "Oh, which one? The one that was on me? Which one? The ones? Which one?" But Gargamel, he ain't telling nobody. Gargamel didn't even entertain the thought of getting some. Gargamel's just looking at her like, "Yeah, I'd like to pull her skin off and see if I can turn her into a zombie of my own." When she said, "Hey, I like older men," Gargamel was like, "I wonder what I could do to her."
Gargamel looked at her like, "Damn, bitch, you look good in blue. I bet."
Where's Azriel? I'm always wondering. That Falcon family. Cersei puts a crossbow hit out on her brothers, which was cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Because, they killed her father with the crossbow, so she feels like they should die via the crossbow. Okay. That's kind of messed up, Cersei. You're really she's trying to go to Ramsay Joffrey levels of villain. I see this season.
Yeah, and she's killing Jamie just because he's keeping her word. Like, really? That's treason, and you don't keep his word? Like,
well, she has that mindset, if you're either with me or against me. There's no middle ground.
Right.
That's it. All right. Theon resurfaces as Hawkeye. And I was wondering why he was absent from Infinity War, but I see where Hawkeye is. He's with the Ironborn. And the Ironborn are supposed to be legendary archers in the books. That's their big thing. They're renowned for their archery, for shooting arrows. So they show a little bit of that because they haven't shown any of that through the whole series.
No, they haven't.
And he saves his sister, which is good. A little redemption for Theon because he ran like a hoe the last time.
Like a bitch.
He ran. I mean, it's cool to see Theon Greystark's balls finally drop, even though there's no iron behind it. But at least it was good to see that. Finally. And I'm with Yara. I'm going to the Iron Islands, and I'm waiting it out until the dead cross the water. Why not wait it out, man? But I get why Theon grew up with the Starks. He's gonna go to Winterfell. I don't know. I wonder how they're gonna receive him there. Because
I noticed that about the Ironborn. They quick to go back on their word. Like,
whatever.
Because she made a deal with Daenerys. So she's not supposed to be running back to her island, hanging out, chilling, like sitting this one out. She made a pack or whatever, but she's like, fuck that. I got captured.
She did kind of say she's going to get the Iron Islands back for Daenerys in case in case they can't hold Winterfell. She did kind of say, so she did sound like she was still team Daenerys.
I guess it was like, it's supposed to be all hands on deck in the north fighting the Night King. We worry about that other shit when the Night King is dead.
Sometimes having a decent route to retreat helps you win too. You can't, sometimes you need a retreat area. So that's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, okay.
Did you notice that Davos, the Onion Knight, is becoming Westeros' new wedding planner? He's like, hey, they don't like her, but they like John. Maybe we can get them together.
Right.
I was like, man, you're going to pick out the colors. You're going to pick the man. Whatever. He's I like Davos, but I was like, he's always thinking outside, what's on the surface.
Yeah, I actually like that plan, and I'm pretty sure that's where everything's headed. And
we shall see. The Dothraki roll up and they say 18 goats and 11 sheep, and I'm tripping. Like, is this a Euro swingers party or dragon lunch? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Okay, it's dragons. Yeah. The dragons don't like the north. Yeah, what reptiles like cold? Like, of course.
Yeah.
In Florida, got some snow last winter. The iguanas were falling out the trees. So it's not, I don't even know why she would leave the dragons up there. It seems like the dragons are able to fly. I don't see why the dragons don't go back south and fly up when they're needed. They can get across to the wall in 10 minutes. They can get to Winterfell in 5 minutes.
Yeah, they haven't really established the fact that there's like any kind of communication between Daenerys and the dragons, which I wish there was, and I'm pretty sure in the book. I'm just guessing that there is either telepathically, or she can just straight out talk to them and command them, and they can understand. But
It's
in this,
kind of like you and your dog. You and your dog understand one another. You understand what your dog's talking.
right? But in this series, they have not shown that at all whatsoever, and that's something that I think is kind of missed. And if they had done that, then she could do things like that, and it would make sense. Like, okay, go ahead over to the Reach, like you said, hang out there where it's warm and plenty of food, and then we'll holler back when we need you. Well, I guess I don't know how they know.
A little because when she walked up to him, John says, "What's wrong with him?" And she said they don't like the North. So there's some communication. There's something.
Well, there's something, but I don't feel like that was communication. I feel like she just knows her, she knows her pet dragon, and she knows that they don't like the North. I don't feel like they communicated that to her. There's a difference.
They might not like it. They might not like it because their brother got killed in the North too. It could be a several reasons. It doesn't have to necessarily be
right.
Now we get to the part where everybody's been speculating about, will Jon ride a dragon? And he rides the green dragon, which is named after his real biological father, Rhaegal.
Rhaegal, right.
But I noticed that Jon rides a dragon kind of like how I ride a Yamaha Wave Runner. Just kind of falling off and just holding on for dear life. Like, it was great to see. Like, everybody was like, "Is that Jon on the dragon?" There's two dragon riders.
Right.
He wasn't very confident at first.
Yeah, well, it's not like the dragon came with an instruction manual.
Yeah, and Daenerys isn't much help. I don't know, just get on.
Right. Just ride him.
Tell me how you do it. Like, what's your best technique? Like, you just got to try it.
Like, what do I hold on to? She's like, whatever you can. Like, she has no help.
What an ass.
No.
And Dany and Jon decide to go Maverick and Goose and buzz the tower over there in Winterfell. I was expecting to hear that music from Top Gun. Or maybe like a never-ending story. The way Jon was holding on to that dragon, I thought, what? Or maybe A Whole New World by Aladdin, because they were like just kind of flying a whole new kind of like Aladdin and Jasmine. I thought, like, man, there's a whole bunch of music opportunities they're missing here.
Yeah.
Notice that Rhaegal is as big as Drogon now. Drogon used to be bigger than them. Now they're like the same size.
Yeah.
Thought that was kind of cool. He's been getting a lot of goats and sheep in. Lots of goat and sheep in. Do you remember the show Airwolf?
I do, with Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah, that's what. For a moment, I thought, am I watching Airwolf? Because they were like going through those caverns and all that stuff. Remember Airwolf? They would always do that every week. I was like, oh man, this is Game of Thrones. I thought this is Airwolf, man. Live action How to Train Your Dragon already? I'm thinking The Lion King is next. What the hell is this?
Right.
And Zeno. What is it about Jon and women near waterfalls? What's going on?
Yeah, I said the same thing when I was watching. I was like, deja vu.
Is that his move, man? And, I expected Daenerys to say, "You know nothing, Jon Snow."
Right. I was like, and then they come up with similar lines too. Ygritte was talking about we could stay here forever, and then Dany is talking about we could stay here for 1,000 years, which is basically forever. Like, okay.
I'm like, yeah, when both of these women say this, like, do they realize there's no food? Like, I don't see any salmon coming up there, nothing like that. What are y'all talking about? Waterfall. I mean, we're not staying here. And did you notice that Drogon is looking like, I thought we came up here to eat. What are y'all doing?
Drogon was looking like he was cock blocking like that little bit. Like, you know how you go out with a chick on the first date, then you go back to her house and you sitting on the couch making out, and then that little 2-year-old with the doo-doo diaper comes out. Are you my new daddy?
Oh, yo, worse. I dated a woman that had 2 big-ass Rottweilers. Yo, she was fine, yo. And I said, are you going to let those dogs out? And she said, oh, no, they're good. They're good. She said, my puppies are puppies. And I mean, they stared at me the whole time. I was like, yo, I can't slap this ass because they might bite me. So I was worried. But that I felt for Jon, because you got to keep that one eye open. But a part of me thinks that wasn't Drogon looking. I think Bran warged into that dragon because his Pornhub account was down. Like, yeah, let me see. Like, I want to see that dragon ass. Like, why not?